Thank you. Thank you. वो तो भाई कुछ और
दिलीप भाई
Thank you.
ठीक है
Thank you, भैया. The people in Lucknow are so welcoming, so kind. Hello from Lucknow. This is probably my last pit stop before I cross the border into Nepal. I've always wanted to come here, figured this was a good time to do this. They call this the city of Nawabs and Kebabs because it's got a rich regal history and food is much more than a passion here. Wait, let me turn the torch on. I'm currently inside the maze at the Bada Imam Bara. They call it the Bhool Bhulaiya, and I'm extremely lost. Alright, it's time to leave Lucknow today. I'm heading towards the Nepalgunj border to cross. Hopefully that will happen without issue. We will find out soon. But I really enjoyed my stay in Lucknow. This is such a fascinating city and the food is so good. I'm not a big eater, so I can't really eat too many things in one day. So I'll have to come back with more time to spare in order to explore Lucknow truly. But the people were fantastic, the food was great, and the city is really beautiful. So I'm really glad I came to Lucknow. It's time to go further. Hopefully today we cross the border into Nepal. Found my way onto the Barabanki road and the ride towards Nepalgunj now begins. I had initially contemplated crossing the border into Nepal further west. But when I eventually sat down to figure out where I wanted to go, I realized that entering at Nepalgunj was the most sensible option. Now there's a sign that I've never seen before. Indo-Nepal Border. अभी पूरा नेपाल
अकेला
हाँ जी तो यहाँ इस साइड में कुछ एंट्री नहीं कर रहे हैं ओके थैंक यू दिस सेज वेलकम टू नेपाल राइट गो थ्रू हियर सर कहाँ से आ रहे हैं सर चेन्नई से
चेन्नई से आ रहे हैं।
हाँ जी,
जाना क्या है? 500 मीटर दूर।
500 मीटर और लेफ्ट साइड में आएगा।
टावर दिख रहा है ना सर? वही टावर में। बस।
चलो, थैंक यू। It's kind of hot. So this process of getting a bansal, which is essentially a customs clearance for the bike, was surprisingly easy. This is the Nepalgunj bansal office. If you go to the counter, they tell you to come to this gentleman. Thank you. He fills up your form and gets you the bansal inside. So apparently for a motorcycle, you don't need to make an entry and get a slip at the first checkpost in India and in Nepal. That's only for cars and bigger vehicles. For bikes, you can just come through. You just have to go to the customs office and you have to get a bansal made. Now that bansal, when I went to the counter, they told me to go to the other gentleman outside. No reason given, but go there. He said that the price is 113 Nepali rupees per day. Again, that rate was not given anywhere, but that's what they said it is. And I got a permit for 25 days, a bansal for 25 days. So that was 113 into 25, which was about 2,800 and something, 825. And he took it in and he got the paper signed and everything. 2,825 Nepali rupees, and he himself exchanged money for me. He offered me an exchange rate of 1.6 rupees, which is what I had seen on Google, but of course no receipt. I don't know whether that's the right thing to have done or not, but I needed to change to Nepali currency because I need some to spend. I want to get a SIM card. I want to tank up on fuel. Alright, managed to get a SIM card as well. It took a long time actually. It took way more than anything at the border. I went to a couple of shops. So you can get them at grocery shops as well, but it's easier if you go to a mobile store like this one. Interestingly, initially I was told that they do not give SIM cards unless you have a local Nepal ID proof. But eventually I spoke to them for a while and I said that I've heard and I know people have got SIM cards using their passport. So the only ID they accepted was a passport, by the way, the original passport. They didn't accept the voter ID or anything else, even though I've heard that some places they will give you a SIM card. So border crossing done, customs bansal done for the bike, and local SIM card done. So now it's time to head into Nepal, like properly. Get out of the border town, go in and hopefully find a place that's slightly cooler. The place I first wanted to head to in Nepal was a lake high up in the mountains in the northwestern part of the country. But in order to get there, I first had to traverse many hundreds of kilometers. So once the practical stuff was sorted, I got down to business trying to cover as much distance as I could that day. So I'm near a place called Birendra Nagar. I just stopped to tank up the bike again. While I was at the petrol bunk, I met this gentleman on the bike here. He's from somewhere around here, and he's going halfway to where I'm going. I'm trying to go to Rara Lake. He's going to a place called Kalikot. So he was like, let's ride together. And I said, why not? Let's go. Make a local friend. As it would turn out, Sushant, who I was riding with, was also not familiar with this route. So we had to stop often to ask for directions. Progress was slow, but it was fun to have company to ride with. Another day is drawing to an end. I wonder where I will stop tonight. As the day drew on, the road conditions deteriorated, but we gained more altitude and the weather got a lot more pleasant. Eventually though, we ran into a bad weather front, which meant that we lost daylight sooner than expected. The only choice left was to find the nearest place to stop for the night. The weather's turning foul.
ज़्यादा दूर में मैं जाऊँ
हाँ
ज़्यादा दूर नहीं जाने का वो मौसम अच्छा नहीं है
हाँ